Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the very first episode of Superwrap Labs. My name's Alex.
I'm Vince.
And we're here to teach you everything there is to know about Superwrap. So new product releases, how we develop new colors, answer any other questions that you guys have. Really, the Superwrap Labs is all about giving you guys an inside view into what it is that we do and a better way for us to show you guys how to spray Superwrap.
Exactly.
So, first episode is all about base coats.
It takes science, a lot of American know-how, constant tinkering in the laboratories in Rochester.
All right, so we're here to talk to you about base coats today. We have 3 different base coats and they're all gonna be based on what color that you're doing, what finish, and there's also ways of tweaking your base coat depending on the color that you want. But let's start with the basics. Why do you need a base coat, Vince?
First reason, thickness. To apply properly your Superwrap and to be able to remove it later on or when you're gonna want to change color, you need 10 wet coats.
Wet.
Yeah. So your base coat is gonna be half of them, okay? You're gonna lay down 4 to 5 wet coat of either Arctic White, Gloss Black, Space Gray, depending on the color you're doing. And this is gonna be, again, 50% of the thickness of the wrap you're applying. So it's very important to have it. If not, you're not gonna have the result we advertise.
And a great thing is our base coats are actually cheaper than the color coats. And so you look at the metallics, the liquid metallics, they're a little bit more expensive than our base coats. And so if you're buying a kit for say 20-inch wheels, well, because half your cans are a cheaper product, in the end, you end up with a cheaper kit. And you're gonna get the exact same color, and if not, you're gonna get a better color because like some of our products, like Rose Gold, Fuji White, and others, if you don't apply the base coat, you're not gonna have the color that's advertised on our Instagram, on our Facebook, and on the website. So base coats are very, very key. So the second reason you need a base coat is color coverage.
Very important on your application and for the final color you're gonna get. So during application, if you wanna see what you're spraying, you really have to have the good base coat. Let's say you're applying Daytona yellow. You really want that white base coat to be applied first. If not, you're not gonna see much if you're applying on a black wheel with Daytona yellow over it, and you're gonna end up with mustard.
It's like
yellow.
trying to take a yellow highlighter and highlight this cabinet versus highlighting a piece of paper. You're gonna see where your strokes are going. It's gonna be a lot easier to get even coverage.
Exactly. Now, it also plays a role in the final color you're gonna get, because once you're done applying the product, the way it reflects with the light, whether it's inside or outside with the UV, it's gonna play a lot on the effect you have visually. So let's say you applied rose gold over a black base, it's gonna be a bit darker, and probably you're gonna always be able to see some darker parts inside the spokes of the wheel or in different parts of a mirror or a grill, as if you did it with the right base coat on the Space Gray, it's gonna be fully covered and look way more professional.
Yeah, it's a lot more forgiving while you're spraying. When it comes to a lot of our colors, if you're not hitting the inside of the spokes, as you'll see in a lot of our how-to videos, if it's not done right and you have the wrong base coat, that contrast between the parts that you've covered fully and the parts that you've just missed it is gonna be much, much more apparent. So use the right base coat.
Third and last reason why you need a base coat is adherence.
Yeah, adherence, like with your tires, very important. I mean, if you got no adherence, where are you going? Nowhere. So with Superwrap, adherence is key. And so with the color coat, which is of course the second part once you've done the base, color coats are typically going to be a little bit heavier. So you have metal flake, you have color pigment, you have a lot more in those cans for those color coats, and that's going to make it tend to want to sag or to drip. And so you don't want any of that. So what the base coat does is it's going to give you tack. And tack is going to make it such that spraying those coats is going to be a lot easier. You can go thicker, get a better finish without it dripping. And so if any of you have sprayed paint or Superwrap before, you'll know that even after 20-30 minutes between coats, the product is still tacky and it's still got a little bit of stickiness to it. And that can really help you when it comes to spraying those coats. And so the base coat is a lot better to have down there, because if you're spraying directly onto a wheel, again, you don't have that tack and the product can run and sag and drip, and then your finish is garbage.
Exactly. One last point that is very important is, can you use Superwrap over other base coat? Remember, Superwrap is a peelable product. If you want the product to remain peelable, please use it over Superwrap base coat. Now, can you use it over other peelable product? Not really. We don't have the same chemical composure. We don't use the same type of solvent or the same type of resins in it. So it's very important for you to understand that those products are different. If you want to have the perfect result and to enjoy your application, you must use our base coat. This is very important. Maybe you have a random can of paint that is handing out in the garage. It's not gonna cut it. So please, again, use the Superwrap base coat to have the best application possible.
All right, so those are the 3 main reasons why you would need a base coat. And again, always use Superwrap as a base coat for all of your applications. If you have any more questions about base coats, leave us a comment below or write to our support team. They're always ready to help. Also, let us know what you want to see on the next Superwrap Labs episode.
What's episode 2?
We don't even know. You tell us. So, in the meantime, stay classy, San Diego.